Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
What's good, everyone? Salute to everyone that's in the building. WCS back on the boulevard once again. Samad Warren on deck. First in the building. Peace and blessings, beloved. Salute WCS certified. Stamp the like button. You already know. Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. Hot Grease is Monday. And OG work and support the channel. No doubt about it, man. You already know what it is, man. I had to do a little push-ups and come back. You know what I'm saying? Because in sort of kind of way, I believe this is warranted. You know what I'm saying? You have to address the ones who still out here faking the funk, the frauds. You know what I'm saying? Support the grind. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing with the $2 super chat in the building on deck, man. Support the grind, no doubt about it, man. And salute you for supporting the channel, man. The GOAT is in the building. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Salute to you, Blunts. The second comment is a super fact. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Boxing fan talk on deck. What's good? What's good? I was gonna go on a little bit later, but I'm just gonna get this out the way. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Johnson Boxing talking more. What's good? What's good? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want to address what I heard over there. Blood had a panel, and on that panel was knockout. Once again, you know what I'm saying? A knockdown 68 iPad was on there. You know what I'm saying? Speaking some absolute lies, shit that don't make sense. I have the audio for you. What I know about you is what I know to be true. What I know about you is what I know to be true. You don't know shit about boxing, and you don't know shit about boxing. What I know to be true is that I'm talking about you. Let's talk about knockdown 68 iPad. Was over there. He's a straight up Crawford hater. You know, like, this is nothing new. Knockdown 68 TV don't know shit about boxing. And I expect those around him to listen to what he's saying. Now, we all know that I told you all before, right? That closer we get to the fight, the people going to start acting out of pocket and doing shit that's out of character. And look, I'm not going to babysit grown-ass adults, right? I'm not going to babysit grown-ass adults. But, you know, since it's public record and it's out here, you can do the same thing I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You can speak on it. You can do a reaction or whatever the case may be. So somehow, some way, I did a live stream about Derrick James not knowing, not having it within his wheelhouse, his psychological, his experience, his boxing wheelhouse to be able to come up with a plan, a suitable plan to defeat that of Team Crawford. I think people were flapping their wings and the feathers start going over there. I ruffled some feathers, man. People just felt some type of way about what I said about DJ's camp, Diddy James. Now, I'm not on site. I'm just going off everything that I see from the outside looking in, right? So I speak from the outside looking in. I give my assessment, observation, and everything encapsulating. So therefore, You can take it for what it is. You can take it for fact. You can take it for opinion. But I just told you I wasn't on site. Okay. So somehow the question was proposed from Blood to Knockout on who do he think has the better training camp. And I know I did a live stream on this, and I mentioned that Terrence Crawford them had the better camp and everything. And I'll reiterate that King Crawford has the better camp. You can just see it on All Access. They seem like they're ahead of the game. They're relaxed. They're jovial. You know what I'm saying? They're really in tune. They're really in tune with how fight camp's supposed to be. But of course, when the question was proposed to Knockout, I knew automatically when you try to have a mannequin, a matter of fact, a dummy, decipher something for substance, you're only going to get so much. You know what I'm saying? I talk about during the pandemic how I used to go past these warehouses and I used to see these mannequins in there. I say, wow, I used to remember when these mannequins have clothes on them, and this store was thriving with, consumers all throughout, but now it's just closed down. So Knockdown kind of gives me that, like, when you speak to a mannequin, don't expect them to decipher something that may have substance in the question. So if the question was asked, who do you think has the better, coach or training camp or whatever, it had to be the better coach, the better stable, whatever. Us on the outside looking in, we can only give our opinion. So that's what I'm going off of, right? But I found the response that Knockdown gave to be incorrect and very ex parte. Okay, Knockdown, I know somebody's going to send you this link, so look up ex parte during your free time. I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you. You know what I'm saying? But I have audio, and I'm going to break down some shit that's going to blow your mind, right? So look, this is language. This is English language, right? Originated out of the Latin, and I don't know why people just don't pay attention to what they're saying. But you got to understand, when a nigga always sound like he whining when he talking, you got to pay attention, man, and stop holding a pacifier and a ball of milk for this nigga, correcting when he wrong, man. Correcting when he wrong. They just say the same shit over and over, man, and people not paying attention. Let's get down to it, man. Let's get down to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to it. I see you in the chat. Be a good little boy and don't be disruptive now.
This up on the channel before the All Access even happened, so I ain't saying no new shit for people that done heard it. It's clearly Derrick James. Look, man, Bo-Mac is to the point where I don't hear good instructions from him, bro. Like, you go watch shit, watch him in the corner with Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford fighting. You hear shit like, let's get more competitive. Let's find your rhythm. You got to fight this motherfucker. You're losing. Shit like that. You don't hear specific instructions on what you need to do in order to get the job done. You even go to when Maurice Hooker was fighting against Blair Cobbs in his most recent fight. Terrence Crawford had, and I don't care what nobody tell me, your fighter should not be comfortable enough to where this motherfucker got up and he overruled Bo-Mac and he started giving Maurice Hooker instructions, bro.
So first of all, if you're not a part of any camp, nor do you have any hours logged in from being in the gym, why are you concerned about a team talking and communicating internally to the team with the fighter that was obviously going through some adversities? That was a far reach to bring Mo Hooker in there. That was a far reach. So I'm gonna stay on topic. So you went through telling us all the specifics about what you didn't like when it came to Bo-Mac. You know what I'm saying? And his instructions, you specific. Let's listen to the specific instructions again now.
For people that done heard it, it's clearly Derrick James. Look, man, Bo-Mac is to the point where I don't hear good instructions from him, bro. Like, you go watch shit, watch him in the corner with Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford fighting. You hear shit like, let's get more competitive. Let's find your rhythm. You got to fight this motherfucker.
Let's get more competitive. Find your rhythm. So you talking about specifics, but you didn't give specific rounds when they said that shit, right? You didn't give specific rounds when you said that, nor did you go further in depth as to why he said find your rhythm. You didn't give a reason as to why Bomac responded the way he did. You act like the instructions that he gave didn't make sense. Like, that's not boxing talk. Why would you consider what he told him? We're talking about somebody on the level, pound for pound level now, pound for pound number one, somebody on that level. You think he has to go by the ABCs when a fighter like Terrence Crawford is on that level? They say, if you the same way you were 20 years ago, then you pretty much wasted 20 years of your life. So if a boxer's been in a sport as long as some of these fighters in experience, and they trainers still have to provide them the alphabet of instructions, they have to be provided the alphabet of instructions to get going, then why are they competing in a sport that demands a one-on-one adjustment to be made by the fighter in the ring? What are your specifics, Knockdown? You didn't give the specifics as to why he was making the comments that he made, the instructions that he gave. This is high-level shit you talking about. Bud Crawford is a high-level fighter. You said it's not even close. It's Derrick James. But you didn't go into detail of Derrick James first. So obviously Derrick James is not close enough on your thought process so you can start talking about him first. Most of the time, people like something, they talk about what they like first. But since we live in an environment where good bows before evil, most of y'all niggas that's hating, y'all want to talk about the bad first. Let's continue.
You're losing. Shit like that. You don't hear specific instructions on what you need to do in order to get the job done.
What job? What job did he need to get done, Knockdown? What job did he need to get done? You didn't say what job. The nigga undefeated. Bud is undefeated. What job do he need to get done? What job does he need to get done, man? Come on, it's your language, man. It's your language that you put out there for people to interpret. I don't need to hire a dragoman for your ass, bro. What Pacific did he need to change? Please explain to me that. What instructions did Bomac have to give to an elite fighter who you think needs to be provided the alphabet of instructions, pound for pound best, right? What did he need to change, bro? Tell me what he need to change.
Go to when Maurice Hooker was fighting against Blair Cobbs in his most recent fight. Terrence Crawford had, and I don't care what nobody tell me, your fighter should not be comfortable enough to where this motherfucker got up and he overruled Bomac and he started giving Maurice Hooker instructions, bro. There's no respect there anymore. Like he feel like he know more than everybody. Bomac.
You feel like you know more than everybody. You don't even fuck with Team Crawford, but you want to be a part of Team Crawford through biased comments, through extremely ex parte comments. You want to be part of Team Crawford with biased ass comments. How do you know the rapport and the camaraderie and the esprit de corps, nigga? How do you know that shit from the outside looking in? You don't know shit about the team. They never invited you to training. You sitting up here running off at the fucking mouth and you don't know shit about nobody's team, but you worried about who's overruling who. Do you know the pecking order? Do you know the pecking order when they got damn up on the ring ropes? Do you know the pecking order that Terrence Crawford has? Do you know the communication between them? Have you heard any type of instruction prior to them walking to the ring? Who's going to talk when and where? Do you know? Obviously, as I get more further in depth, you didn't know. You didn't know. You just out here talking. You just being an iPad, social media, boxer, guru, unexpertise type of nigga. You just out here talking out your head. You worried about the chain of command and how these niggas talking. Who told you that you was right? What instruction did he not give? And once again, I propose this question to Knockdown 68. How are you concerned about what they have going on their team when you didn't build none of that shit up, nigga? You ain't never been to a training camp. You barely even go to fights. You don't cover fights. How do you know, nigga? How do you know? Have somebody gave you permission? How do you know they're not getting along? They don't have no respect. How? Last time I checked, Errol Spence was the one that said for 2 years Derrick James and him didn't even talk, and you busy up here talking about what exactly? What you talking about? What you talking about? They didn't talk for 2 years. But you talking about respect? They can never get that 2 years back. Never get that 2 years back, bro. But you worrying about respecting the camp of a fighter that you don't like. Do you ever hear me talking about some shit, about Derrick James on what respect they have or don't have? I'm going off what was put out here to the public. You know what I'm saying? What was said out to the public is that he didn't really want Derrick James as coach. What is put out to the public is that for 2 years, they didn't really converse except just doing boxing, and that's it. You never heard Errol Spence be on record until this fight right here, complimenting Derrick James. I'm talking about stuff on All Access. I'm not going off some bullshit ass narrative I'm trying to push like you and convince people that they don't have respect for one another. You don't know the chain of command, bro. You don't know the pecking order. They're not inviting you to B&B. You haven't been up there, bro.
Can't teach him shit. When you look at Derrick James and you go look at the instructions he was giving Jamel Charlo and Bo Castano fights, you listen to what he was telling Frank Martin over the weekend. You listen to what he tells Errol Spence. This dude is more of a teacher. I feel like his fighters respect him more. And there is a reason. Motherfucker like Ryan Garcia.
Before he get to Ryan Garcia, which who knows why the hell he's on Ryan Garcia, but you gotta listen to niggas like Knockdown, right? Knockdown. Let me ask you this, right? You said all this and how he was teaching, what he was saying, Jamel Charlo, Frank Martin, and all that. But you failed to mention one bit of instructions that he gave to the people. When you initially start off, you said it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. But you started off talking about Team Crawford. So if you're going to talk to Team Crawford and you specifically said some things you don't like that pertains to instructions for something that supposedly happened in the ring, since you didn't mention it, we don't know what the fuck it is. You just talking out of anger, hate, biasness, right? And you want to talk about what Bo Mack didn't say. What Bo Mack didn't say here. What he said that didn't pertain to what was going on in the ring. Well, guess what? What went on in the ring? That's 2 points. That's 2 points made. You didn't clarify what Bo Mack was responding to. You just felt like what he said wasn't something that was instructional enough on what was going on in the fight. Then you turn around and you criticize Bo Mack. You criticize him, still not specific. It's still not specific. But yet you highlight Derrick James, but yet you're not specific. What are you highlighting? You just highlighted a couple of fighters' names. Jamel, Frank Martin, they seem like they respect him. What did he say, dude? What did he say, man? All that goddamn shucking and jiving and that shifting and that, giving pump fakes all the time, nigga. You're not pump faking me with that. I sat there and listened to how you just switch directions and go away from the truth. What did Derrick James say to Jamel Charlo that excited you? What did Derrick James say to Frank Martin, who was struggling the first half of that fight to find his rhythm? What did you hear that the people should know about? What did you hear? Why didn't you go in depth to explain to the people the point you was trying to make?
Ryan Garcia call you. Every motherfucker gonna answer the call because they want that bag, because trainers get a percentage of the bag. Ryan, there's a reason he calling Derrick James and not Bo Mack.
So if Ryan Garcia is in this conversation, which is totally irrelevant, it's foolish to begin with. So Ryan Garcia is calling Derrick James, and Derrick James somehow or another wants the bag. Since he wants the bag, does that mean he's going to give him the best quality training, or he wants the bag? I'm curious. Does he want the bag, or does he want to improve the fighter? Does he want to improve the fighter, or does he want the bag? Bag, fighter, bag. I need to know what the hell we need to focus on, because that's the word that's coming out of Derrick James. Focus. Well, guess what, Knockdown? I'm focused on what you're saying, nigga. I'm focused on what you're saying. Are you going to focus on the bag, or you going to focus on the fighter? And why did you bring Ryan Garcia into this? And he just got the camp. He hasn't even acclimated to the camp, nigga. He hasn't even been over there long enough for you to even bring his name up. You bringing up all these fighters' names. Ryan Garcia coming off a loss. We haven't even seen him go in there and display what he's been able to learn over there at World Class Boxing. We haven't seen it. But one thing you didn't mention is the way that Anthony Joshua looked coming out of Derrick James' camp for the first time. You didn't give him a grade of 1 through 10, 1 being the highest. You didn't give him a grade, dude. He didn't come out that motherfucker looking all spectacular. But you over there ran the raid. Tell me, it's not even close. It's not even close. I'm glad them other brothers was on the panel to hold you accountable.
Hey, Joshua, say what you want about him. All the Deontay Wilder fans, whatever, bro. Say what you want about AJ. Everybody that rock with Fury, say what you want about AJ. But one thing you gonna do if you a trainer, if AJ call your ass, bro, you trying to get a piece of that percentage because you get more money by training bigger names and shit.
So hold up. Some people may be confused. So are we talking about training still? Or are we talking about the bag? Training or the bag? Training is where you provide instructions, remediation for a fighter to get better. The bag is, okay, I'm just worried about I'm getting this paper. That shit heavy. I'm getting a certain percentage. I'm good. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting the bag. You confusing a lot of people. You say you worry because Bomac is not giving instructions that's boxing related, and Derrick James, it seems like his fighters respect him more, right? And he give better instructions. But what I'm hearing you say when you're changing and flowing all over the place, you know, you kind of looking like sounding like you punchy a little bit. You come in here and start talking about the bag. So are we talking about quality of instruction, or are we talking about the bag? Quality of instructions and training and remediation, or we talking about the bag? What does Anthony Joshua have to do with Derrick James, being he only had one fight? He didn't look over the top impressive, and you refuse to identify that.
Then Joshua ain't calling Bomac, bro. He ain't going to B&B. All them dudes is going over to Derrick James, and it's something to be said about your fucking trainer being able to do shit with you, bro.
So it's all about the trainer doing shit with you, right? It's stuff that has been seen on All Access that Bomac has been doing with the team. I don't know everything, like I said. I don't know everything. I'm on the outside looking in like everybody else. But you have to understand, it's one trainer that's in the footprint, the boxing footprint. You know what I'm saying? He's in Texas, man. You know, if anybody been to Texas, Texas is big. It's a lot going on over there. That's Texas, man. That's Texas. Now, not every fighter, it's according to, you know, Anthony Joshua, how he enjoys going out or doing whatever he want to do. I don't know. But when you want to look at who wants to be in a certain place, it takes a different type of individual to be in Omaha. You know, people that's not really familiar with Omaha, they may not use it as a first choice. They say, I want to go to the gym in Omaha. No, they might want to go and be in Texas because it's a lot for them to do outside of the gym. You know what I'm saying? That might have been the reason why Joshua went over there. But let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. They're knocked down. How many trainers has Joshua left? How many black trainers have Joshua been a part of? You know what I'm saying? How many trainers have Joshua disbanded himself from? So he's over here with Derrick James, and he came in the heaviest that he ever fought. Did you even think to mention how that was productive as far as him being a heavyweight with cardio issues? Did you mention that?
Being able to hit the mitts with you, being able to maybe do some of the shit to motivate you and shit.
So let me get this straight. You feel some type of way because Bomac, you feel he ain't hitting the mitts. You feel like Bomac is the only member of the team that's training Crawford. Nobody else is I know I did a live on this before. How they single out. You remember when they used to single out, since you brought up Deontay Wilder, their knockdown. You remember how they used to single out Deontay Wilder and make it seem like JD's was the only one that was training him? Like they didn't want to give credit to nobody else. They said, oh, he got the white boy JD's over there. JD's ain't doing nothing. JD's ain't doing shit. He don't know boxing. He don't know this. You remember that? That's the same thing you're doing. You believing that Bomac is the single most important trainer, the only trainer on the team. Like I said before, you are criticizing. You all have this hatred, this vitriol for Brian Bomac, who was a former boxer, unlike yourselves, that put in the work when he needed to put in the work. And I remember you all doing a comparison with Bomac and freaking Derrick James' boxing resume, right? So at this point in life, right? At this point in life, you are on the outside. They have no relation to the team. And you're giving your input to say, he should be doing this and he should be doing that. Sometimes that fighter needs their trainer. Did you hear what Roy Jones said? Roy Jones said, nobody had to tell me to go running. I went running on my own. Nor did I hear Roy say that his trainer was running with him every time he went out and pushed pavement on the road. So why would you expect Bomac to happen to go babysit an elite fighter like Bud Crawford? Why do you think he needs to go through the ABCs? This dude is a 3-weight world champion now. You think he has to go to the ABCs of saying, excuse me, coach, can you please, I need you there with me. Do you know what age consists of? When people get older, when people are running a boxing business, when somebody has more than one fighter that they have to deal with, why would they have to go through the extreme to go on a run with them? Just because Derrick James is going on a run and he want to be in front of the camera doesn't mean that he's about to sign up and have another professional fight. The last time I checked, if Errol Spencer's in there fighting on July 29th, at no point in time is Derrick James going to come in the ring and fight for Spence. At no point in time is he going to fight for Spence. So who gives a fuck if he go running with Spence or not? Who gives a damn if Bomac don't go running with Crawford? Who's fighting? Are you saying that about Freddie Roach? Who signs on? Who's signing on, man? Who are these trainers that signing on? And when the fight is about to go run 6 to 8 miles, you think Lopez Sr. is running with T.O. when he go run 8 to 10 miles? Hell fucking no. You think Ronnie Shields is out here running with Jamal? Oh, hey, Jamal, you on a 10-mile run? Okay. Shit. Okay. I'll probably be there the first 100 feet. And then I'm going to step off to the side and get in the vehicle and I'll see you. Y'all mad because Bomac was on All Access riding in the vehicle while the fighter, Bud Crawford, the pound for pound best, was out pushing pavement. Y'all niggas was petty and mad about him driving the vehicle. Y'all so concerned about talking about Bomac, you not concerned about July 29th. Niggas are going in there to fight. 2 black fighters are going in there to settle the score for Undisputed. And you up here worrying about personal shit. Nigga, stop fucking whining. This shit don't have nothing to do with you. They didn't invite you to camp. They didn't invite you to camp, bro. Y'all niggas nitpick, All Access and talking about, what he didn't do. What he didn't do. Oh, look at Bomac. He's in the truck. How do y'all know how these camps work if you're not in the camp? If you don't go to gyms, if you don't go to fights? Nigga, you trying to be a social media boxing expert. That's not what is going down here. You're always going to be limited because you don't go in and cover fights. You don't cover fights. It's a lot of material that you're missing because you never been to a gym. You never been to an amateur tournament. You never go see these fighters putting in all that blood, sweat, and tears. Every time I go to a gym, I don't do a video on the motherfucker. I said this long time ago. I go there to get educated. When I go to these MMA gyms, I go there to get educated. How am I going to get educated and I'm busy up there filming shit all the time? We know you don't go to gyms. So the bullshit I hear on here, I expect it coming from you.
Maybe he can run a little bit with you. Maybe he can do certain things that
Man, you sound stupid. You sound stupid, man. You sound stupid. You niggas talking about older. You talking about older men in life. Older men in life, nigga. Where's your training videos at? Where's your training videos, man? You in Texas, right? Why don't you leave the dog at home and give us a training video outside, nigga? Why don't you goddamn go get a GoPro and strap it to your cranium and you go on a 6 to 8 mile run at your age? You close to 50, ain't you knocked down? Why don't you goddamn start putting training videos up? You worrying about Bomac? Bomac is responsible for training champions. You're responsible for training nothing.
That can motivate you. And Derek James can do those things. Bomac can't do none of that shit, bro. He's a better teacher than that man. He's in better shape than that man. And he clearly in the fight.
The hate is real, y'all. The hate is real. So check this out. Check this out. Let me go to the next. It's some good shit in here. It's good some content. Why listen. This is very important.
Back to Esau, bro. Why everybody talking like Esau this, bro? That's where I get frustrated. I kind of agree with you on Bomac to a certain extent, but Esau is the one hitting the mitts with him. Esau is the one giving instructions when going to that corner, bro. I feel like Esau don't get no respect from the fans. Like,
well, then why the 24/7 they don't highlight that, brother?
Because he don't like speaking in the.
He don't want to be on camera. He says that.
Look, the knowledge was given, Esau, right? The knowledge was given, and the knowledge was refuted. The knowledge was given, and the knowledge was refuted. Shout out to the brother Yoda. The knowledge was given. He said he's the one that's hitting the mitts. The knowledge was given, and the knowledge was rejected. At that point in time, WCS, I would have said, okay, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about that. Why? Because I'm not near the camp. I don't stay in Omaha. I don't have an ongoing conversation. The longest conversation I had with anybody that's close to the camp or in that camp is Bernie the Boxer. You know what I'm saying? And even there, I didn't ask about the whole layout, the positioning of each trainer in there. We was talking about some other boxing shit. But he just basically gave who would be holding the mitts and the lack of respect that person's get. And everybody don't want to be on camera. They talk about Mark Breland being in the camp of Deontay Wilder, but no one never seen him. Same thing. Same thing.
Historian. No, black boxing is a historian, right? Guess what? Amanda Stewart is 1,000 times better trainer than Angelo Dundee, in my opinion. But when Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns fought, Ray knocked Tommy Hearns out. No, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that I believe that.
I thought Jimmy gave a great summation of making his point, and he was just trying to okay, let's give a broader sense of logic here when it comes to trainers, because we know in history it's a lot of trainers that didn't work out with the fighters, but the productivity, being able to teach a fighter and what you want them to know. I guess Customato was the one holding the mitts for Tyson back in the day, as hard as he hit, right? I guess he at his age was the one holding the mitts. I guess he was the one that was putting on the body mitt, and he was like, "Come on, Tyson, let's lay some hard ones on me now." I don't think that was it. I think you all find it an easy target to continue to criticize, speak maliciously about Bomac, because y'all are infatuated with being prima donnas, especially coming from a light-skinned nigga like you. You seem to have some type of prejudice about Bomac and Terrence Crawford. You busy worrying about what Bo Mac ain't doing, but you ain't signing Bo Mac's checks. You was talking about getting a bag earlier, but the last time I checked, how he get his bag is not coming from you. You ain't signing his bags. You are not signing his bags. So which one is it? You have questions about his teaching method, or you have questions about why he getting paid? Because when it comes to Derrick James, they calling him about the bag. They ain't calling Bo Mac. Why they ain't calling Bo Mac? He got champions. He got champions, right? Derrick James got champions, right?
Oh, is that God?
Don't do that. Floyd Mayweather and Ray Leonard did it, so Bud, bro, he is not, like, no disrespect. He is not Ray Leonard. Y'all not gonna agree on that.
So he wanted to make it a point to say Bud Crawford ain't Ray Leonard, which he totally missed the point. They weren't trying to say that Crawford was Ray Leonard. It was just a scenario-based objection that was given, just feedback. That's all they was trying to do. They were just trying to give comparisons because people love people love diving back in the past to give examples. And if we're going to talk about old school boxing, where the inception and those who blossomed from the inception, through the old school when some of y'all wasn't even living, then you can't sit up here and say what Bud Crawford isn't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will mention the Hearns, Haglers, Leonards, Durans, and all these guys, these vets, these legends that was in the sport. That's not to say they're comparing Bud to them. All they saying is, I'm just giving you an example of the trainers and how those guys perform in the particular match. Contrary to what you're speaking on right here in 2023. You're talking about how Bo Mac is, and then how Derrick James is running and doing all this. What does that got to do with training? Last time I checked, he wasn't hitting no mitts on the road. This nigga wasn't hitting no mitts on the side of the road. I didn't see Spence with him running. Did you? Did you knock down? Did you see Spence running with this nigga? I didn't see Spence in the frame. I didn't see Spence in the frame. I didn't see Spence in the frame. So you mentioned maybe, Bo Mac, maybe they want to, run with him or whatever. I didn't see Spence in the frame. So just because you saw Bo Mac riding in the truck and you saw Derrick James running by himself and Derrick James give you the eye test as far as being in better shape, where was Spence in the frame when Derrick was running? I saw Bo Mac in the frame. He was right there looking over his fighter. And another person I didn't see? I didn't see your ass.
Y'all not gonna agree on that. I'm trying to have the dialogue with knockout. Go watch Ray Leonard fight, bro. Go to that corner knockout, and it's something that need to be implemented as far as, okay, try this punch, rip to his body, do this, what we've been working on. He's gonna be talking to Esau. He ain't gonna be talking to Bo Mac. So why wasn't he talking to Esau during the Sean Porter fight, bro?
Okay, great question. Great question for somebody who don't know shit about boxing. The man just once again say he's going to be speaking to Esau if there's any instructions to be given. If there's any instruction to be given. He told you, he explained to you, he properly, professionally articulated who Bud was going to be receiving instructions from. That time, WCS, I would have said, hey, I got you, man. Appreciate that info. Because it takes a certain type of man to say, you know what, you educated me, and it's all good to get education from a nigga. But it's even better when the nigga you just educated thanks you and say, you know what, I appreciate you telling me that. I didn't know that. But Knockout is not that guy, man. He's just not in his core. He doesn't have the core values to be able to tell somebody that they just taught him something. And furthermore, he said, why was he giving him instructions during the Porter fight? Let me help you understand something. This is what you call social media people that push bogus ass narratives, right? Extremely heavy, bias ass narratives. And he said, why wasn't he giving him instructions during the Porter fight? Let me explain something to you. Who said Crawford needed instructions during the Porter fight? Who said Crawford needed instructions? Now, we're talking about Knockdown 68 iPad is pretty much saying that elite fighter who just fought Crawford in 2021. I mean, Porter. He just fought Porter in 2021, an elite fighter. He's questioning why the corner didn't give Crawford instructions based off what? What is your preface? What are you prefacing that with as far as him needing instructions, thorough instructions, pound for pound best in this fight with Porter? At what certain time, what round, what moment did you think he needed instructions?
Y'all forgot it's more than one coach over there. It's a three-headed monster.
No problem. If he's in a tough moment, if he's in a tough fight, and he's gonna look to Esau, why wasn't Esau the one talking when he was fighting Sean Porter, bro?
Well, when Bomac said your bud, let's step it up. What did Bud do? He went in there and knocked Sean Porter.
Stepped it up, but that's not my question. That's not my question whether or not he stepped it up against Sean Porter. The homie could.
So it's not what you want to hear, him stepping it up. So once again, knockdown. I know you're used to looking at things from a different angle. Listen to me. Hear me very, very well. You are good at deflecting and moving the shit into the highway instead of identifying someone who is telling you, they're giving you the information that you need to know, right? If you mention the Crawford Porter fight, what moment in that fight would you say that he needed instructions, that he was behind, that he seemed lost, confused? You know what I'm saying? That he seemed like Frank Martin when Derrick James was yelling at him and you refused to identify that. But yet you said, hey, man, you know, the way he give instructions to Jamel and Frank Martin, you know, his fighters respect him. At what point in this fight did Crawford need alphabet instructions? We mean from A to B to C to D by the motherfucking books. A, B, C, D. You keep mentioning what Bomac said, but you refuse to mention the results, dog. What was the results? Let me give you a little bit of content here. Let me help you out. Round one, the judges 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. Round two, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Porter. Round two, 10-9 across the board, favor Crawford. Round three, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Porter. Round four, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Crawford. Round five, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Porter. Round six, the fight was stopped in the 10th, right? Okay. Round six, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Crawford. Round seven, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Crawford. Round eight, 10-9, one judge for Porter, and 10-9. Where is the instruction supposed to come in at? Where's the instruction supposed to come in at? Round nine, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 in favor of Crawford. Where's the instruction supposed to come in at? Oh, my fault. Let's go back to Timothy Bradley. Was Timothy Bradley the one you behind on the unofficial score? What does unofficial means to you, Knockdown? Does unofficial mean when those scores are being ran and at the end of they go to the unofficial scorecards to the official scorecards, and when they read out the scores, are they going off the official or the unofficial? So if by chance, I believe who said you behind on the unofficial, whatever the case may be, whoever repeated that shit to Crawford, and he went out around 10 and got the results. Does it truly matter what Bomac told him? Let's go back again what you said.
Just told step it up, but that's not.
Step it up. Step it up. Don't you think that's credible? You know, being that this man was on all access. Let me listen to me, Knockdown. This man said he knew Bud when he was in the womb, right? Look, Bud Crawford's about to be 36 years old in September. Have you ever known a human being in your life? Have you known them when they was in the womb and they're now 35 going on 36? Is it anybody you know that you've known that? I mean, I'm talking about that long in life. And if it's somebody that you're close to, right? Let's just say it's a relative. Let's just say it's a relative, right? Do you think you're going to have to communicate with them at the age they are now than what you would have when he was a kid, when he was younger? Would you have to explain A, B, C, D to them? Or would you say, hey, you know, we got you in this sport. Step it up, man. Step it up. Come on now. Come on, man. Step it up. You know what that is. Step it up. Do you think if they're in a sport and they're pretty damn good at it, what does step it up mean? Step it up to an athlete, to someone who understands English. If a coach is on the sideline with a team of players and he says to the entire team, step it up, what do you think that team is going to do? Are they what do you think he's going to do? Do Bomac have to sit up here and tell Crawford, hey, let's go back to the AMs? You know what I told you to step it up? No, man. This is an elite freaking fighter, dog. Why would he have to tell Crawford over and over again alphabet instructions when they are on the top level, world champion status, man?
That's not my question whether or not he stepped it up against Sean Porter. The homie Kush just told me when he need an adjustment, when he needs some good advice in the corner, he gonna be listening to Esau. So my question is, if that's the case, when he needed
it's really no need to go any further with that because he refused to give credit. If you say something that makes sense, that's very credible, he's not gonna provide you your respect and tell you that you just educated him on something. He's just gonna move the shit to a whole nother area. And then when you come over there, and he gonna move it to another area. He's unwilling to give respect and just due when it's time. He's unwilling to check the box on that shit. That deals with integrity. He don't have no motherfucking integrity. He ain't appreciative. He ain't appreciative, dog. It's just like these niggas, they just look at somebody and what they say or do online. And if they continue to fit within their mold, a bubble that they want them to be in, they try to say, well, I'm at this level right here. I believe my status quo is over here. So they continue to try to talk down to people as if they know more, because they believe more people might know them that's in they chat. But listen, the brothers was educating you on some shit, and you didn't look like you was willing and able to be open-minded about it. Let's listen to this other one. Listen to this, y'all.
Let me answer the question that was addressed to me. How do you know that there was an adjustment to be made? I feel like what Crawford was doing in the fight was working.
Wow. Clap it up. That was one of the most intelligent responses that you can expect in an exchange where you have someone that's refusing to listen, nor are they willing to give you your flowers in educating them in boxing. Unwilling to get his brother. He said, how do you know there was adjustment to be made or a change to be made? How do you know if you didn't mention it, Knockdown? You didn't fucking mention it earlier. All you said is not even close, and you should have came out to go. I explained to you why it's not even close. Well, Derrick James, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. No, you went immediately Bomac because you have this infatuation. You know what I'm saying? You have this malicious infatuation with Bomac and Team Crawford, and you don't like nobody, but you like hanging out with people in Omaha or whatever the case may be, and you want to be close to the situation. And you said, you know, people in Omaha are dirty people. I don't know how if somebody told me some shit, I don't know how that goes down. You know, like how do I suppose to sit up here and converse and try to think I'm gonna try to explain some knowledge to you when you think everybody from where I'm from in my city are dirty people. You sound like you came from a motherfucking affluent area or the trailer park one. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to be somebody that you never was when you was growing up. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But when I heard you say these niggas are still wearing FUBU, it made me think like, no, you're personal. You look at these individuals being fugitive. I mean, not fugitive, refugees. You look at them as being peasants. You look at them as being like ghetto fabulous. You know what I'm saying? You said they was dirty people. This is supposed to come from a man who supposed to be black. I've been trying to get that swab. I don't know, but you supposed to be black, but you saying that they look dirty. Now, when I hear a nigga talk about, you know, instead of saying, okay, Bud Crawford having a send off, kudos, you know, salute. You're talking about how dirty the people in Omaha look. That's personal shit. To me, that's personal shit. That's childish. I think that brother told you something that was absolutely superb. He said, how do you know there was something to be made? The brother made an intelligent response. He gave you an intelligent response, Knockdown, and you didn't even acknowledge it, bro.
That's a matter of opinion. I'm just saying.
Well, his corner and I had Bud up 5-4 at the time of the.
He gonna talk about how he had Bud up 5-4. Nigga, you had Bud up 5-4, right? At the point of the 9-round end, you had Bud up 5-4. But you think an adjustment has to be made, right? Because you're feeling some type of way about the instructions that's not being given in the corner. So you use the Porter Crawford fight to example where you're trying to go with this. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to example in this little argument you was having, you're trying to example Crawford and Porter as to say that proper instructions wasn't being relayed to try to prove your point. When in fact, you didn't make any point at all. You just contradicted yourself. You say Crawford was up 5-4 and he wasn't losing. So what instructions needed to be given if you had the man up 5-4? What round did you believe Crawford needed to be given instructions to pick it up? Pick it up. We heading into the championship rounds. Pick it up. What does that mean, Knockdown? Pick it up. You play sports growing up, nigga? Did you play sports? What does pick it up mean? When a coach, hey, pick it up. Come on now, pick it up. What does that mean?
So I ain't saying he was losing the fight, but his opinion of the corner was that he was losing. So sounds like
Went to Esau for that adjustment. I don't never seen him go to him for that adjustment before.
He did like giving him.
Is it just me? Am I just making this shit up? Am I just making this shit up, man? Come on, man. They worrying about Bud. Look, they talking about Bud Crawford's somebody who's been with him since he was in the womb, right? They worried about him. Look, how familiarity do I have to have with somebody? Like it's people, kids. I'm talking about kids, right? Look, hey, if I'm telling one of my sons, right, I've known this dude since he was in the womb. Listen, hey, he just finished eating. He left his plate. He left his plate somewhere, right on the table. I said, hey, man, pick that up. Pick that up, man, and do what you need to do with it. He's not going to ask me pick up what. He totally understands what I'm talking about because he's old enough to know that where he's supposed to put his plate. If Bomac gives Terrence Crawford instructions to pick it up in a fight, being that we're past the critical period of learning cognitively, We're past the critical period of learning. Therefore, we totally understand that what we've experienced in life, pick it up, mean to be what? To do it faster. The haste, the pace. Pick up the cadence. Faster. Sense of urgency. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to tell me at his age of 35, being around a man who known him and they lived in the same neighborhood, knockdown, he has to explain to him 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I see you, you see me. Is that what the fuck we doing? Is that what the fuck we doing, dog? We playing patty cake. Bro, when you get on here and talk this boxing, I don't know everything about the sport, and obviously you don't know everything about the sport. But understand one thing. If you take anything from me doing another live stream on you, right? Understand, don't be so mad about what I'm saying. Just understand that I took effort out my day to help you correct a deficiency that you have with giving people credit when you don't know shit about what you're replying to in a way that somebody can say, okay, I can understand that. Just like Yoda. Yoda said, I agree with you on the part of Bomac, maybe, the fighter want to run or the fighter wants you to hold mitts. He told you, okay, I kind of agree with whatever you was talking to a little bit. But the other part, let me give you this. Boom, 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 boom. He told you. He told you about this shit. And it made sense. But you didn't acknowledge that he made sense. It's not in you to do that shit. It's not in you. You're not respectful like that. You haven't reached that level of maturity where you can say to a man, hey, I learned something for you. I got you. I'm not talking about men that you want to be like in life. You know what I'm saying? That whatever strange, weird shit going on over there. But I'm talking about if you're in a boxing debate or in an intense conversation and a verbal exchange, when you're talking about a specific topic, right? Man, you claim to have all this knowledge and you'll pull up and all this shit. Always know that I'm going to be the wolf on top of the hill looking down and listening. Always. Not just to you. I'm just saying so I can educate myself. Because in negative shit, I get educated, knocked down. Even negative stuff educates you. It teaches you how never to be in that situation. You gotta listen in and tune in to positive and negative. You have to understand both sides. In this particular YTC shit, you gotta hear it coming from certain people. It's healthy to know where the negative shit is coming from, and you kind of get a feel of the routine and the behavior that those individuals talk about boxing. My assessment of your behavior when it boils down to what you like and dislike about Team Crawford, it does nothing to do with their lack of professionalism. It's strictly personal. It's strictly personal. It's so personal that I believe y'all be thinking about Team Crawford when you're supposed to be thinking about other things that's closer to your heart. Y'all busy worrying about a Bomac gonna go on a run when there's many other trainers out here that does not and cannot go on a run. They can't train extensively with their fighters. It's called getting older. It's called, if you was a boxer, you was broken down. You did all the training. You took all the punishment. Your body ain't the same, but you still have enough stability to sit up there and hold some mitts every now and then. Or as leaders do, knock down, they give instructions. They give instructions for other people to do. That's how you build up a team. That's how you build up a gym. You wouldn't know that because you don't go to a motherfucking gym, but you'll talk like you do. You'll talk like you do. Let me get to this chat. You'll talk like you do. You're a good talker. For real, you're a good talker. I see the stray made it over here. He said, you know what it is. Have a good show. You'll never hit my link, nor will anyone bumping in this chat. You'll be watching though. Body every last one of you. Okay, yeah. This is the same person that was talking about me didn't have his number, and I call you up and you act like you didn't know who WCS was. Yeah. Why should I have to click the link for what? I already done seen you with the link. I already done seen you over there on other people's link get bodied. Why would I waste my time? I already giving you time out my day, bro. And the stuff that I put out there makes sense. You just don't want to listen to it. Don't nobody got time for, oh man, body. Nigga, I know everything you about to say before you say it, nigga. You say the same shit all the time. I know the rhythm for which you speak. You always get this whiny like you cranking up a push lawnmower. You trying to crank up a push lawnmower to been in the winter the whole time, man. You trying to start. That's how you sound when you talk. And I can tell you that, and I can tell you, and I'll body you, nigga, and I was best of that. Man, nobody want to hear that pouting whine and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You should have gave Yoda his credit for telling you some real shit. How do you know? There's a change to be made, man. How do you know? You busy going on here with Mo Hooker and all this other shit. But yet, when you mention Derrick James, your favorite, most awesomest, you know what I'm saying? The most awesomest. And not to mention the bias, y'all. The home cook. Congratulations, the exalt, the praise, the adulations. That Derrick James, from my understanding, is in the same area where you live. You stay out there in Texas, don't you? So he's gonna go to bat for Derrick James and say it ain't even close. But the crazy part about me, as I'm up on the hill looking down, I never seen you get access to a gym. When are you gonna get access to the gym so you can be a lot closer? Errol Spence's career is about to be over. It's about to be over. So when are you gonna get access to the world class gym over there in Texas? I mean, when are you gonna start covering some fighters? I know some youngins over there that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? They're putting their punches together, trying to make a name for themselves. Where are you at? When you gonna goddamn get in the gym, bro? Instead of trying to be social media famous, talking about your body, everybody. Man, come on, stop it, man. I done seen you get put the rest, awakened, put the rest again, revived. Man, I'm not bringing a defibrillator over there and trying to revive you fucking with me, dog. I'm not trying to do that. You already know what it is, man. Why am I click your link for? Why am I goddamn go over there and we're talking about a waste of my fucking time. Dan Tan, what's good? Team Crawford been through more training over more years. They look like a well-oiled machine. For real. Like, this dude said he knew Crawford when he was in the womb. Well, you have a nigga over here that probably never knew somebody that long in his entire life. And he's mad at how Bomac is talking. Pick it up. When do you think it's time? Like, when do you think it's time for you to take accountability for English being your first language? He said on All Access that he knew the man way back when, and they lived in the same neighborhood, and they boxed. Him and his father boxed. They was in the same sport. They competed in the same sport, right? They live in the same neighborhood. When people have that much backstory and history with one another, and it evolves around a sport where Bomac competed, you're trying to tell me at this level, once again, I reiterate, at this level, you're trying to convince me that he has to go to the alphabet. He has to go through the ruler, the 1, 2, 3 measuring system, the metric of basic communication, and explain to Terrence Crawford how and what he should do in the ring. Shouldn't Bud Crawford be experienced enough? Shouldn't he have the knowledge to be able to make adjustments and know where he at? Then you hear him say, how? After they told him he was behind on the unofficial scorecards, he said, how? He didn't jump up and start, doing backflips on there and shit. He said, how? And then he said, okay, bro, like, what more do you want? He was told to pick it up. Why Derrick James up here have his fighters drinking out of bottles that's not authorized to be ringside? Don't all fighters supposed to have a clear drinking bottle? Why did he have a Gatorade bottle? What was in the Gatorade bottle? I'm just saying, if you want to nitpick his shit, why did he have a Gatorade container? It wasn't even a Gatorade bottle. It was a Gatorade container. You know, the green Gatorade. That's not authorized. That's not authorized. You're only allowed to get water out of clear containers. That's why they have water ready for the fighters. Clear bottled waters. You might want to check into that and do your investigative work on that. Okay. Nigga ain't gonna buy this shit. Cut it out. Them debate series getting to your head, champ. Ring IQ and right ass Nessie already bodied you, nigga. Damn, dog. Hey, freaking goddamn, the boxing voice hung up on his ass, man. The boxing voice hung up on your ass. Come over there with that same shit. Get out of here with that. Nigga, your boxing knowledge is still on dial-up, man. You need to get to Wi-Fi, for real. You need to get to the Wi-Fi, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who want to help you out. No, you can't be helped, bro. You so stuck in your ways, man. You can't be helped. You can't understand, you know, if I'm saying something to help you out or not. You're just gonna take it all as negativity. I can't give you any knowledge. I can't give you any knowledge, bro. You wouldn't understand. What's going on, Don? How you feel? Larry Lopez on deck. Salute. I was on a panel with 12 niggas who swore AJ would stop Franklin since he was with Derrick James. That didn't happen. Frank looked like shit and Derrick was pissed. Come on now. Stop it. Man, Blunt, you can't be dropping cinder blocks on them like that, man. You can't be dropping cinder blocks on they pinky toe. You know that pinky toe is made for balance. You can't be dropping cinder blocks on their pinky toe and have them limping over here talking about that nigga dirty. My question for Knockdown about Crawford being too comfortable talking over Bomac. Did Floyd, there you go, Samal. I know where you're going. There you go. Talk your shit. He said, did Floyd from the stands over talk, giving instructions to Tank over Calvin? What the difference? That's what I'm talking about, shouty. That's what I'm talking about. Check these niggas, man. That's what I'm talking about. Check these niggas on their shit, man. Floyd was sitting there ringside. Well, did he feel comfortable over there talking, over talking Calvin when he was in there with Tank Davis? Did he feel comfortable? Talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit, man. They ain't listening. These niggas don't want to bring up the real shit. Floyd, I done seen him on multiple occasions over talk while Calvin in there with Tank. They don't dare bring up that shit. Because he's with Al Heyman. He's with Al Heyman. They ain't gonna dare talk about that shit. Hell no, they ain't gonna talk about that. Floyd, talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit. I know Floyd Sr. used to give Floyd instructions while not being in the corner also. Don't mean Roger wasn't a good trainer. Hey, Blunts, talk your shit. Hey, check this out, Blunts. You remember when Roger Mayweather was giving Floyd? Fuck that motherfucker up. Fuck him up. Fuck that nigga up, man. Fuck him. He ain't got shit. Fuck him up. You remember Roger? I wonder how Knockdown like that instructions that Roger Mayweather was giving Floyd. How did he like that instructions? Was that a formal way to provide instructions to a fighter on the level of Floyd Mayweather? Was it? Was it? No. I'm just saying, let me know, goddammit. Let me know. Just like Sound when he called into the boxing voice and them niggas hung the phone up on him, they said the same shit. Told him he sounds stupid to use Google Champ. He did put Champ on there, did he? He put Champ on there, Bloods, did he? You know what I'm saying? He said, Champ, man, come on. Use Google Champ. Hey, man, come on, Don, man. What they doing? What they doing, dog? Come on, man. Put that little Yorkie Terrier up and goddamn go on a run and do some workouts, dog. Let me see what the cardio like. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the cardio like, since you are all about being in somebody else's camp and instructing them from online expertise, y'all. The online social media king. The online, bro. These niggas are online experts. Like people are soliciting social media boxing trainers. No one is soliciting social media boxing trainers, bro. Imagine Cuss running with the 18-year-old Mike. Man, come on, dog. Come on, don't cook that shit up on him, chef. Man, come on, dog. Don't do that. What this nigga talking about? Knockout? Huh? Huh, Mr. Punchy Punch? What the fuck you talking about, nigga? Just ask Sugar J from B&B who involved, active with the fighters in the gym, not just Bud. For real. They got plenty of people over there. They won't mention Bernie the boxer because they don't want to give him credit because he comes on his channel and he be talking his shit. They don't like him. They don't want to give the man his props for being on the team. He said he knew Bud when he was 7. That's not enough time for them to give Bernie his respect for being in the team. You know what I'm saying? They don't give dudes their respect for being close to the team. You know, they want to give others respect for being social media clout chasers, social media puppets, dudes that talk about boxing and say the same shit, but yet they can't go to a fight and cover it. They can't get one credential on their own. They can't get one credential independently. Their name isn't a brand. They cannot get one credential independently to cover a fight. But the cast is out here on the front lines. When they see Showtime and myself out on the front lines, they don't want to acknowledge that because they steady being mad about personal shit they can't change. They can't change the personal shit that they feel about. They up here mad about the instructions that Bomac isn't giving, but yet his fighter, 39 and 0 defeats. 39. Come on now. Dude, stop it, man. I'm telling you, he don't give a fuck about nobody in Omaha, dog. He said them niggas look dirty. That's what he said. That's what he said. Did he apologize? I'm just curious. Hello? Anybody home? Mic check. Did he apologize? Did he apologize for saying them people in Omaha look dirty? I saw kids out there. I saw adults. I saw the champ out there. Did he apologize to the community of Omaha when Crawford was doing a commendable send-off prior to getting in the training camp? Did he apologize to the community for saying they look dirty, like he was above, like he was acting like a white slave owner, like he was up here going back to a part of his DNA, what he used to be before he went on YTC? Because I'm thinking before Knockdown came on the YTC, I don't think he used the N-word. I think he wasn't allowed to. He didn't know if he was white or black. He used to say brother all the time. Brother, just like Hulk Hogan. Man, I know brother. And then he started hanging around the right group. You know what I'm saying? He stayed in the sun a little bit longer. He said, I think I look the part now, nigga. Oh, my fault. No, it's okay, man. You look like a nigga, man. You good. You can say you look black now. You look black. Keep putting the suntan lotion on and you look black, dog. I never tell nobody the truth, okay? But time you cross me, nigga, I'm letting them know. I'm letting them know you've been dropping the N-bomb and you don't supposed to, dog, okay? All I know is I always see Bomac in the gym and I can pull hella clips off YouTube. Man, he's hating, bro. Bill's Boot Camp, what's good with it? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Man, these dudes be extra strange. They be a part of the internet cliques and speak on fight team, fighters, managers, promoters, all things they are not a part of. But experts and great debaters shaking my head. Talk that shit, dog. Talk that shit, man. Drop that knowledge, man. These niggas need to be educated. Even if it demands that they be goddamn forced into a desk and look, what they hear, there is no escape, man. They need to goddamn be chained down in that motherfucker. They need to be secured, properly secured with the motherfucking straitjacket. in order and keep their ears open so they can listen. That's the only way they're gonna be taught. Any other time, they're just gonna run away. You know, that cat Yoda told him some real shit, and he didn't even want to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? The thought process whole lot different. How do you know a change had to be made? How do you know a change has been made? You talking about how he talking to his fighters, what Derrick James is talking, and you go into detail, but yet you leave out shit about the fights that you trying to highlight that Bud Crawford didn't get no proper instructions from Bomac. You didn't even say what he said. What did he not say, bro? What did you disagree with? You just gonna talk about pick it up? No, what did you disagree with? You said why wasn't he giving instructions during the Porter Crawford, but yet you say you had him up 5-4. That shit don't make no sense. When you have it lower than that, when you put Bud Crawford in a predicament of being behind in the fight, niggas don't even listen to their own words, man. Who's talking for you, bro? So Kelvin Davis and Luis Martinez both got knockouts on Pro Box last Wednesday. Yet Frank Martin went out here and struggled to get to KO against a 12-0 pro that had never boxed in the U.S. on a pro level. Damn. God damn, bro. Y'all goddamn burning this chat down. Facts in the chat. Facts in the chat. Facts in the chat. What's up with that, nigga? God damn. Clearly, Bomac doing something right. What's going on, Cam? How you feeling? Apostles in the building. Salute. Don Vaughn, what's good? Where was you knockout? Where was you knockout? Where you speaking on team business? I'm curious too. That Showtime. What was he when he talking about team business and goddamn the team direction on where they trying to go and pushing these narratives? Where are you at, dude? There's nothing to say. Where are you at? Where are you at? For real, where are you at? Y'all infatuated with Bomac just shows how you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? I hope nobody that you raising in your household, comes to a point where another kid is bullying them or speaking to them in a certain way that they don't agree with, or they cannot function in life because this particular person is finger pointing and bullying them. I hope you take your ILS syndrome up there, right? And I hope you're able to pass some word off to the kid who's up there acting the way you acting. Because I know how you niggas think. You always want to look at a nigga's looks. You want to damn talk about how you feel that person is unattractive. And to me, that seems to be something that you're battling inside. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be battling a whole nother side of you when you talk about how grown men look. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was growing up, we talked about women most of the time, when it comes to looks. And if we had a problem with a dude, we pretty much talk about the problem. We didn't go up here and talk about, oh man, you weighing a little bit more than I would like you to weigh. You doing this. Your hair not right. Maybe you should get a comb in your hair. You know what I'm saying? Put some eyeliner on. I don't like that jacket you wearing. What's that cologne you got? I don't like that. That don't smell good. You need to get that other cologne. No, that ain't it, shawty. That ain't it. Crawford was in control against Porter, so much so that the minute he thought he might not be, he went out there and closed the show. Absolutely, man. Isn't that what we seen? We witnessed that shit, bro. We witnessed that shit. It's all good. He said choke down 69 was in here. For real, MD. You know what I'm saying? Nigga done lost more battles than a goddamn freshly hatched butterfly and shit. This nigga can't battle for shit. Like a butterfly going in there to a hornet's nest. That nigga can't debate for shit, man. He say the same thing. The only time he feel like he's confident is when he sit up there and talk about Crawford Boyd, and mention old shit. Well, back in this year right here, this year 1922, at 3:00 p.m., they found out that Bud had stood up and went the other way and renegotiated with BLK Prime. At that time, he ducked. He was a duck. Man, get out of here with that old ass shit. Just make sure you're present. You don't have to come over here. Just make sure you're present in the YTC on post-fight July 29th. Don't go nowhere, nigga. Don't go nowhere. What's going on, Dion? How you feeling, bro? Shout out to Tuscaloosa in the building. Appreciate you pulling up as always, man. We were just talking about some YTC shit that Dion. Thomas say W says, fuck them, they're haters. They are, man. Them motherfuckers are straight up haters, dog. They always talking about how men be looking and shit. Man, come on, bro. Why are you concerned about where a man looks? Why are you concerned about that? Why are you taking so much attention on what somebody's doing internally to their camp when you have no position, authority, none of that shit? They're not requesting you to come over there from Texas to Omaha and get your advice. You want to talk about people calling up Derrick James and Derrick James accepting, hey, man, you want to get the bag. Hey, you want, nigga, is you drunk? Do you have the wine glass next to you? Do you have your dip in your mouth? Are you fucking with some new tobacco, nigga? Like first you say it's about training and you would rather Bomac be able to go on a run, but then you turn around and say, if somebody called Derrick James up, it's better for him to get the bag. What does the bag have to do with productivity? What does the bag have to do with productivity, man? Who's over there really listening to Derrick James? Why did damn Anthony Joshua be the heaviest that he ever fought in his career coming out that first camp with Derrick James? Come on, man. That was a preview to frustration Derrick James going to experience July 29th. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Bud gonna stop Spence, man. Talk to him, bro. They need knowledgeable scholars, man. Goddamn, break that shit down to them. You know what I'm saying? Knockdown. I know you're still listening. You need to hit the replay. You know what I'm saying? You need to hit the replay and screenshot this and print it out on a hard copy. Make some pamphlets and pass this shit out over where you staying at, man. You niggas be scared to come outside. Man, this niggas, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Salute. Y'all, I got to fix this notification problem. I'm getting them late as hell. I'm here on what we on WCS. Salute to you. We just on a previous panel who was talking boxing, but yet Knockdown, he disappointed once again, acting like he was a part of this so-called infamous team on social media. Everybody's calling him like he's the grand central headquarters of boxing knowledge on here. And he want to talk about what Bomac isn't providing. You know what I'm saying? He was asked the question. Blood asked him the question, who's the better trainer? Who was the better trainer? And of course, him being in Texas, a leading question was presented, and he gave us what we thought he was going to give us. He said it's not even close, but yet instead of him saying it's not even close, let me explain why. Derrick James, blah, 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 blah. He started to talk about Bomac. That lets me know you have a bias. You have a malicious bias towards him. That's why you didn't start talking about Derrick James. So look, truth be told, Derrick James must not be doing everything you want him to do, because you started off talking about Bomac. And then you highlighted Derrick James giving these pure instructions, these educated instructions in the corner. But it's been known a lot of Derrick James fighters, they have ran into problems and they don't listen to him. Then they don't listen to him. Period. They don't listen to him. Yeah, it looks good. The plaques on the wall look good. Seriously, the plaques on the wall look good. Having an undisputed champion, 2 unified champions in your stable, it looks good. I don't have nothing bad. That you got them. It looks good. But what doesn't look good is all the little fine details, man. Do you have athletes, or are you training them up to be as good as they are? Do you just have the athletes that's in the division and fight the right opposition to get where they need to be? You know? Do you get full credit? Hey, if Derrick James is the only one in the gym doing all that work himself, then he's a selfish trainer. Because if he has a stable that big and you're trying to tell me everybody needs to wait till he get there for things to circulate, he's one person. He's in his 50s. That's not how a team's supposed to work. It's no I in team. But like Kobe Bryant said, it's a me in team. Me. It's a me in team. You know what I'm saying? It's a me in team, dog. Shout out to the XO Factory on deck. What's good with it? OGW says, I'm on deck, big bro. Yes, sir. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you pulling up on deck. On guard, bro. It's almost time. Salute. Knockdown finna be crying like a bitch on 29, with all due respect. Hey, it's funny how people say respectfully on the back of an insult. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You don't know shit about boxing. Respectfully. I guess all we have to do is dress it up respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I expect people to feel some type of way about my words. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking for y'all. If you choose to be listening, that's you. If you feel some type of way about what I've said, that's on you, man. I don't care. Real talk. I don't care, man. I don't care. If you feel some type of way about, the live streams I'm doing and what I'm talking about all the time, that's your problem. That's not mine. If it was a problem to me, I wouldn't do it. But since I don't find it to be a problem, I continue to do it. If it bothers you, you have options. That goes to all you niggas that got a problem with what I'm saying. You have options. Don't listen. I tell you niggas that I listen. I don't listen all the time, but I pay attention. I tell you that. I listen. Y'all niggas on, oh man. Look, every time Knockdown to come over here, I remember he came over here. If y'all fuck with this nigga right here, y'all unsubscribe to me. How that's working out for you? You still ain't happy? You still ain't happy? You went through the debate series, right? You didn't gain no freaking inner, happiness from it. You even, took some of the details that I said about your debate series and switched it up and didn't even give me a freaking reimbursement. You didn't compensate me, for certain things that I said you should change about your debate, right? Your debate series. And then it was for money. You know what I'm saying? And wouldn't you know who won? That's a whole nother live stream. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not here for that. That's unimportant. I just mentioned it. That's all. I just mentioned it. You need, you're not happy. You was able to get through with that. That didn't take your mind off Team Crawford. Your debate series, that should have took your mind off Team Crawford, dog. What happened with Marcus Brown versus Artur Beterbiev? Hey, talk your shit, Green. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Burley Brooks? These niggas on Derrick James like he been on a clear tear. Oh shit, man. This can't be Monday, dog. I swear to God. Y'all niggas coming with the goddamn flamethrowers. This can't be Monday, bro. Crawford would prove if he can coach or not. Damn. Talk your shit, man. I swear to God, man. It ain't nothing like being in the presence of people who can talk some boxing. Well, no, we ain't trying to be smarter than the next man. I just like to hear some educated shit. Real talk. I just like to hear some educated content, man. Mother's over here talking they shit. Hold on for a second. Man, I hope when I turn 30, I'm not like these lame ass click the link ass niggas. They swear that shit is tough or hard or something, like it equates to getting pulled up on in the streets. Well, I can tell you like this, that Blunts, right? That no matter how long you stay on here, right? And look, the work you putting in now, let's just say, 10 years from now, you're still here, right? That means you're gonna be older, I'm gonna be older. And it's still gonna be some niggas on here, whether you like or don't like, as far as when it comes to boxing and boxing talk. But you will always understand that no matter how long you've been on here, it's gonna be somebody that don't like you. It's gonna come a particular matchup or a fighter or two that where you're gonna have people picking and choosing on who they want to support. And we're talking about fighters who you're not linked up with personally. And that goes for you or anybody else. But you're going to find out a lot of times people are going to attempt to treat it that way, that if it is personal. And you're going to find out people that should be cool with you based off what you've been able to do on here, how long you've been on YouTube. They're going to turn their back on you for shit that don't have anything to do with a personal matter. That right there, you're going to always find it on the YTC and in life, period. But it's going to be more prevalent because we're talking boxing talk on here. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the YTC, you're going to find niggas just switching up on you and trying to stab you in the back based off pure boxing talk. Pure boxing talk. It's some niggas that ride super hard for Errol Spence. I don't dislike them. I mean, the ones that ride hard for Errol Spence, that keep it on boxing, cool. But when you attempt to take it away from boxing and talk about somebody else, I'd say me, for instance, and talk about the personal shit, all because of who I'm supporting, or you trying to stab somebody in the back, then that's when I go hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the other shit, support who you want to support, man. I don't give a fuck. Support who you want. It's cats that pull up here all the time. IB being one of them. IB stick to who he support. No problem whatsoever. He support Errol Spence. That who he support. But then you have like Blunts was talking about the clicks, and you have the niggas that click up, and then want to then run campaigns and smear and talk defamatory shit. You know what I'm saying? Always being these profanity-laced tirades and all that shit, man. Nobody have time for that. As a grown fucking man, you don't have time for it. But you always gonna see it play out on the YTC. They always gonna disagree with something, and they're gonna run to somebody else and tell them, and run to somebody else and tell them. I had a nigga I knew. I thought we was cool, and I was goddamn supporting Deontay Wilder. And he felt that some of the things I was saying about Deontay Wilder, it didn't matter how many, me driving up, putting in all those miles, going up there, covering the champ when I could. If I knew the champ was going to be within driving distance, I make sure I was there to cover the champ, right? I even supported JD's boxing card going up there. All that shit, man. All that shit. Put in the time and effort and the trench work. But you're going to find out they're not even going to look at it like that. People starting to pick sides. They was talking about how Anthony Joshua, who was undefeated at the time, he was just this behemoth, this guy that couldn't be beat. And I was saying he was overrated. I was saying he was robotic. And then they would say the fight that you support, I don't know this, and this. But see, him and Joshua never fought. Hopefully they fight at the end of this year. We can settle the score. But I would have rather them fought when they was trying to offer him 12 million flat, 15 million flat fee and all that shit. But you had niggas getting mad and getting personal. They was getting mad and getting personal based off boxing topics, fighters that you're supporting. I never broke bread with Wilder them. But when you hear these niggas get mad at you for boxing talk, I will always consider it to be childish. I will always consider it to be who they are as a person, because I don't run with cliques. I don't run with cliques, nigga. So y'all continue to get mad and feel like you're doing me a justice. I don't run with cliques. Never have in my personal life, never will. You can tell them niggas never been in nothing. The internet should never pump your head up like that. Stay humble and always be in position to learn, for real. If somebody correct you on some shit, and it's a lot of people tuned in, if it's more than one person tuned in and you wrong, all you got to do is say, all right, man, I stand corrected. Shit. As you were, I stand corrected. I was wrong. No, not this day and time, man. The fact that Bomac takes the fighters to Colorado Springs so they can be high altitude and be around USA Boxing headquarters where all the top young talent in the country shows Bomac is a general. Talk that shit, dog. Talk that shit. Look, I'm gonna give Green his credit. I didn't know the USA Boxing headquarters was up around that area. I didn't know. I knew people that's a part of it, but I never really paid attention to where it was at, per se. So that's good shit. That's good shit, man. Haynes Legacy, what's good? See, one thing I trust wholeheartedly is my instinct. How niggas switch up and start changing behaviors. They jump off the common path of their routine. I pay attention to niggas' routine. Even in the chat, I pay attention to your routine. And when you jump outside that routine, and I feel like you may be influenced by other niggas that feel some type of way, I know. I'm familiar with it. I know. I trust my instinct. You know what I'm saying? I trust it. I feel good about being blessed to trust my instinct. I feel good about it. I'm not just impulsively believing that, oh man, this is going the way. No, I pay attention to your routine, your mannerisms, your behavior, all that shit. If another nigga or a group of niggas trying to persuade you and you feel like it's comfortable for you to go that route, then make sure you understand you need to stay over there. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay over there because I did nothing to get you to switch up in the beginning. Nothing. Not nothing. If I didn't do shit directly to a nigga or a group, I did nothing. And they choose to speak about how I'm doing my live streams and they don't even support my channel. That's some hoe ass shit right there. I never co-sign on that. That's some hoe ass shit you can't think for yourself. Next time they bring up Crawford Record and Mean Machine, just revisit Martin's comments about Artem being an Olympian and better than they think. Hey, didn't he though? Shout out to AM Film Studios. Hey, shout out to you. Hey, then Martin, what did he say? What they say? He said something to the point where He said Michelle Rivera was better with the eye test. Hey, didn't he say something like Michelle Rivera was better than the eye test heading to this fight with Artem? Harryunion. You know what I'm saying? He said he was better on the eye test. Shit. Artem said, you got me fucked up. They trying to take the pressure off Spence because he's gonna get knocked out. Man, it ain't no, hey, what pressure, bro? The pressure is coming from the YTC with them not staying consistent. You know, in the time that nobody's heard or seen anything from Spence, they was talking about Bud. Look, and now Errol comes back and he's putting out videos. Now they want to be empowered. Now they want to be empowered to talk as if Errol Spence is doing something that he never did before. He's training. That's all he's doing. He's training, dog. Cam said, I never heard anyone say Lennox Lewis is going to lose because Emmanuel Stewart wasn't running with him. True. But also they said Emmanuel Lewis was never really in the gym. They say he really never was in the gym, man. They say other people was doing all the work. Emmanuel just took credit for the name, dog. I can't make this shit up, man. I can't tell you how much shit I pay attention to and read and keep it moving. Motherfuckers think because I'm doing videos on Bud leading up to this fight, I'm not doing nothing else. And come on, bro. Man, y'all got to be better than that, dog. Come on, man. Y'all got to have fun doing this shit. It's too many niggas that just want to damn be mad at the motherfucker for talking boxing. And just because you don't agree with what I'm talking about or I talk about something too much, now it's a problem. Man, come on, bro. Nah, bro. You do it to me once. That's all I need. They salute Andy Cruz, Lomachenko, Errol, and had to give Artem credit for his Olympic pedigree. No doubt. No doubt. And shout out to Andy Cruz, man. Andy Cruz looked good last night. I mean, on Saturday night. He looked good as far as him not looking like an amateur. And, you know, Bosey's doing a damn good job over there with his fighters. I was impressed with Andy Cruz, the way he looked, and he's going to be a problem, goddammit. That long-ass fucking arm she got, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what Andy Cruz's freaking reach is again. I was looking at that shit earlier. They don't even have his reach in there. I could have sworn I seen his reach. They only have the man's reach in here, man. Let me see. Let me go over here. Damn, they don't even have his reach. They just have 5'9". They just have 5'9" in here. I know I seen it somewhere, though. I know I seen it somewhere. G Money, what's good? What's good? Joseph Bailey, what's good? Which I see you. You know what I'm saying? Showtime, respectfully. Hey, respectfully, though. You don't be in the gyms doing too much of anything. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the fighters meeting. Respectfully. I never heard anyone say Canelo was going to lose because Eddie Reynoso doesn't hit the heavy bag. For sure. For sure, right? For sure, man. Talk that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What video have you seen Eddie Reynoso, Robert Garcia? Come on. What video is out there training all these top fighters? What video is out there? What are we seeing? Why are we talking about Bomac? Why? Because they want to talk about the man's size, which is some hoe ass shit. Your whole intentions is nefarious, bro. That's all I'm saying. Your whole intentions, even to mention Team Crawford, is nefarious. You know what I'm saying? You have malicious intent. All you want to do is continue to talk about how niggas look. Niggas, you married to a nigga? Put who you married to online. Are you married to a man? Because every time I hear you trying to make a point, you want to talk about the way somebody look. Are you infatuated? Are you enamored? I mean, let's talk about your principles. Why are you so infatuated with the team? They want to sit up here and make all these jokes about somebody, right? But what if you have a family member that's overweight? Do you treat them the same way that you're online, or you just this is just for the social media? This is just for you to stand on social media. What you doing? Let me know what you doing. Because the only time I get ugly is when somebody else has came ugly with me. Sometimes, especially grown adults. I don't just up here say, well, I want to look at somebody and talk about the way they look. A lot of that to me says that you had a point in your life where you might not have a father figure. It wasn't a man there to kind of teach you certain things. Like when we was outside playing, you know what I'm saying, playing all those little sports, stick ball, b-ball, throw up football, shit like that. You might have been in there with some of the females in the neighborhood while y'all was calling, when y'all was combing some of these damn dolls' hair, you know, and y'all was trying to check the texture of the hair and shit, and how to braid it and how to damn groom it in certain styles. Something ain't right. I think you was the type of dude that walked around with your thumb in your mouth with a Cabbage Patch doll. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn it, it wasn't a black one either. You know what I'm saying? You seem like the nigga that go up and still say, okay, let's take time out all day. We're going up to Build-A-Bear. Okay. No black Build-A-Bears. Okay. Okay. Beige or higher. Beige or lighter. Okay. All right. Don't do it. And we want petite Build-A-Bears. Don't put too much stuffing in there. We want petite Build-A-Bears. Okay. Toby Bartlett on deck, man. I see you. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global. Baby, we're global. The big fish fry. Yes, sir. We are here and ready. The goddamn grease is ready. The fish is ready. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Shout out to Toby. Salute from across the pond, man. Bud gonna be comfortable. Bomac gonna have some fish fry, ringside, easy work. Man, they busy up here talking about teams like they're a part of the team. You ain't a part of the team, dog. You have limitations that you placed upon yourself. Nigga up here talking about what instructions he gave doing Crawford and Spence, but yet you had him up 5-4. So I'm trying to find out, when did he not give him instructions since you had him up 5-4? That means he was doing something right. That means Crawford was exactly what I said. I said he's an elite fighter and he don't need alphabet instructions. You just proved my point, bro. And you talking about a fucking debate. Don't nobody want to come over there and goddamn hear you whine and talk about a topic that you used to and shit, and be up here making some dumbass points. You know me by now. I pay attention to everything. What's going on, Haynes Legacy in the building? Salute to you and the fam, man. How y'all feeling? When the boys were playing football, some of these guys were with the girls making up dance steps. No doubt, dog. Hey, you ain't never lied, man. You ain't never motherfucking lied. This bug, man, oh man, you ain't never lied. Dudes is over there wanting to be dancers back in the day, dog. Dudes out there making dance steps because they was having dance offs in school and shit, man. Hey man, we got the 15-minute break, man. So-and-so gonna battle. They're gonna battle. Motherfucker over there with the cheerleaders trying to work on a goddamn jump and split. Damn, dog. They trying to damn work on dance moves. That's crazy. That's just uncalled for, man. He should have said y'all name on his live, WCS. Real talk. If it ain't directed, it ain't respected. WCS, the Boxing Hall of Fame is a realistic for you as an observer. Hey man, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, green for real. What did I do? Man, they always talking about who over here in my chat, dog. Come on now. I have fun with what I do, man. People tell me all the time, oh man, you old man, you in your 50s. Nigga, I'm on the back end of life. It's certain things I do different. It's certain things I do different because I can do it different. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to ask permission for some of the shit I do. You know what I'm saying? Especially on this platform. For real, dog. Like, come on. I hear you, Green. For real, dog. I say the same thing, man. The homie that do his history shows must see you as an opposition. Seeing is believing. When you're in the field and on YouTube, it means something. Physical and digital don't let up. I feel you, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks for acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Somebody donate to the channel. I tell them thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm be out and about. Niggas don't know I'm there until I show up. And I always post my shit. Have fighters, say what they say. They give you the light. I'm not in their DMs talking about give me a shout out. I'm not, bro. So these niggas think it's just all about online, but they don't respect anything else I do with boxing. Like I ain't having conversations with people that know me at these fights. I have conversations. I talk boxing with these cats, man. You know what I'm saying? I talk boxing with them. You get to chop it up and you get to learn some things that's not going to ever be talked about online. Shit for you to keep to yourself. You ain't gonna be able to make everybody happy in life. You definitely ain't gonna be able to make everybody happy when it comes to this boxing shit. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that, Green. I just want to see what Errol does when his jab is taken away, when we will see how good of a trainer Derek Ball head Lies James is. Damn, dog, that's a funny shit, man. That's a funny shit, man. He said Derek Ballhead James. That shit some funny shit. Why I think it's funny? Because it just gets down to a point where when the haters are going at Team Crawford, they always want to make it personal. But when it comes to Spence, they want to make it seem like, oh man, there should be guidelines, rules and regulations. Oh man, don't talk about this. You can't talk about what he did. But goddamn it, he's talking about what he did. If he's talking about what he did and he's trying to atone for it, why can't we talk about it? And if he feels that he's unstoppable and he feels like he's that guy that can get into a car accident and brag about it, if he survived the car accident, he can survive anything. If he feels like that he can brag about it, then I can speak on it. And when I speak on it, nobody should get upset. If I speak on Bud Crawford 30 times a month and I'm talking about boxing shit, I'm talking about the team, I'm putting information out there, leading up to the fight, why should anybody get mad? Why should you get mad? I don't break bread with that team. I don't break bread. I got Bo Mac's number. He gave it to me. I don't call Bo Mac all the time. I'll show you the call log. I do not call him all the time. I may hit him up. He may hit me up. Bo Mac, my friend on Facebook for quite some time, dog. I don't send Bo Mac messages all the time. Every now and then I hit him with a message and this, that, and the other. And he'll give a short reply, or sometimes he don't reply at all. What does that say to me? I don't go in here ranting raving because I ain't getting attention. Oh man, no, bro. Deontay Wilder the same way. Teofimo Lopez, all these fighters I support heavy. I don't expect them to converse. They don't have to converse with me all the time, bro. I'm a grown fucking man. I got shit I do as a grown adult. But the crazy part about it is that I don't expect that from them, right? I'm just doing what I do because I love talking about combat sports. But then you get the niggas that's on here and they will kind of act the same way as if people would think somebody that's entitled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you minding your own fucking business. Everybody doing their thing. and then all of a sudden somebody give you word. Oh, this being said, that's being said about this. And I find that to be a natural occurrence over on the YTC, so much to the fact that it's become hilarious now. Like, if you want to talk about some social media shit, cool. No problem. But when somebody's calling you bitch and all this other shit and getting personal, it's not on social media no more. It's personal. That's the way it's always gonna be. But shout out to 12 days in the building. 12 days in the building. You know what I'm saying? 12 days in the building. Real talk. 12 days in the building, whether you like it or not. 12 days on deck and running. Real talk. We're gonna put all this shit to bed. And the haters stay hating. You know what I'm saying? If you pick a side, be cozy over in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Get a nice little blanket. You know what I'm saying? When you click up together, all y'all niggas get a blanket and huddle up together. Make sure that body heat where it need to be. That's all I want to happen. Make sure y'all continue to stay solid. We should do this again, y'all. Hold it down. Peace. I'm out. And shout out to the supporters of the channel and those who donate. Much appreciated. One love. I'm out.